Hey everybody, this is Phil from NorCam, the Public Access Coordinator, and with me as always is...
Jason Smith, Government Access Coordinator.
And we're here in a guest list, NorCam Weekly on...
It's been a while since
it's
just been me and you.
It's been for the past, I don't know how many weeks consecutively we've had a guest. It's been pretty good though.
Yeah.
And last week's guest I really enjoyed, Susan Magner, from, I will say this and probably get it wrong again, but I learned nothing is what the lesson of the statement is. Veterans Affairs, I believe, in North Reading. I don't think it is, but because she had, not scolded me, but she had told me, schooled me, I should say, yeah, on what it actually is, because I think Veterans Affairs is more a federal or state, a more grander position. But... yeah, man. We haven't really talked about NorCam itself. Like, the guests have been, in a good way, going on about what they do around town and doing what they do. Jason, what's been going on with you and government? Not just government, but just you and everything you brought in.
I mean, here it's been mostly quiet for the summer, and, kids are at, vacation, stuff like that. So we've had the video club in sporadically and stuff like that. Let me see, in terms of stuff, I just finished the finishing touches basically on
the first cut of which we got notes. I don't know.
We got notes. Just some small adjustments to make, but
one of them we really can't.
Yeah,
I think you know what I'm talking.
I don't know how to fix that, but it's all good.
She fixates on weird things, but I understand where she's coming from.
No, it's fine. I think it's more she sees something that she thinks the audience is going to react to, and in the grand scheme of things, it's like
that's it exactly.
Didn't even notice.
That's it exactly. The sleight of hand of editing covers it up. But go on, sorry.
No. So that'll go up probably next week. We got a selectment meeting Monday. This week we were meetingless. So it's always a nice break in the summer when we get one of those free Mondays where we don't have to go and set up.
So good.
As Rob walks in.
Rob walks in, sneaks in. He feels bad. He does the tippy toe cartoonish walk in, as we both do, when either of us is on the phone. Doing something. Oh man, I'm sorry. I just took off my sandals a bit, and I hope you're. Oh my God, I can avert your. Glad we're not in smell-o-vision or smell. All right, put them back on my feet.
Let's
Go
see.
ahead.
The new cameras are in our closet now.
Yeah,
ready to go.
What happened?
We ourselves haven't even really dug into them yet.
Played along with a couple of them, but tell the audience what happened this week with them on Wednesday.
The old stuff, it's gone. You cannot use our previous cameras anymore. What is the gentleman? Fox?
Fox something. Fox Media, I believe.
And purchased a bunch of equipment and stuff that we had in our, what do you call it? Warehouse, not warehouse, storage unit.
I think he selected amount of not a lot,
not a ton of stuff, but older stuff that we weren't going to really use anymore.
The gentleman from Litchfield, I forget. I think it's Litchfield, New Hampshire, running that new station. Came a couple weeks ago. He's actually going to be here, I believe, on next Monday at noon. I think
that's right.
So right when you come in, Rob is actually going to be on vacation. So we're switching up. But yeah, what else is
around here? I mean, the podcast has been fairly successful. We're next week. Is it Chris that's coming in? We're going to talk with him, kind of give him an overview.
Oh, really?
I thought. Was it? The gentleman on Facebook that we've been having back and forth?
Yeah, he's going to. That's right. I don't know. Did he respond?
I thought he did.
I
thought we had brief discussions next week
we were talking. Well, sorry, Chris. We're always Facebook messaging is always disjointed because
what goes on. We both share admin responsibilities of the Facebook, and it's like if I see it and I don't say anything, Phil might not necessarily see it
because the notification will be gone.
Notification's gone because it only goes up once. But
that is kind of funny. But yeah, he mentioned he wanted to come in and do something, and I'm like, what time next week? And he did get back.
I don't know an exact date. I think he was trying to talk to his potential co-host or whatever.
They're going to say his lawyer. I'm like, oh man, we're in deep. We are in deep.
But in terms of inspiring people to do podcasts, I think this has done just that. Dave Gothier that we had in here 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think so. Almost a month ago,
Him and WinCam now are doing their own official WinCam podcast.
That's awesome.
Nice pat on the back.
Yeah, no, that
and he totally told us that he was stealing our idea for it. And
well, he said he had an idea. He wanted to go forward with. I mean, he wanted to do something, but when we had him on, it pushed them over the edge. So
because he sees what it can do. It's a weekly newsletter that's easy to produce, and it's interactive. If people want to talk to us, we should do that. We should set up a mailbag or something like that if people want.
Oh, for Liz?
Yeah, or even on Facebook, just if people ever want to.
Oh, you can. There is a thing on Facebook where you could be like a sign up button or call to action button. Yeah. I don't know if you heard about it. It's relatively.
I thought you had to pay for services.
No,
like
sometimes they come like just because of a new feature. But there are levels of it you have to pay for, which with Facebook never should or give your money to. I did once for spreading something, but I was recouped. But I run another Facebook page for a store in Reading. Mm-hmm. Can't mention here legally. No, but I know the ins and outs of running, and we also have our own podcast and other social media sites that Jason and I run independently of NorCam. Mm-hmm. But we got that, and Dave. Dave, he was nice. He came through and he did that. Yeah,
we're friends.
We're
enough.
cool.
We call you Dave.
Yeah, just call me Philip every time. Don't you dare. I almost went into swear mode, but I don't think I've cussed. I've said everything beyond, which is weird because we could say something in Gaelic that's pretty horrendous, and then who knows. Well, yeah, so that the podcast is going on. What else is going on with the government programming?
Pretty quiet, just kind of rotating out the usual Rick and roll of shows. In the Fight just went up with a new one. RMLD 2 weeks ago had a new one.
Yeah, I saw. And what do we do? What's our process with RMLD?
RMLD, it's either we get them from the RMLD location, they'll mail us it, or Reading will actually post them on their own Facebook page, and then we'll kind of snag them off there. Sometimes it's quicker to go that route.
Because we'll just grab it and put it on our own channel and then go from there.
And unfortunately, we're at the beckoning call of, not the beckoning call, but at the mercy of other people with how that time plays out in time-wise.
The timing for it. But
get it,
yeah, but that's part of the process. And I remember there were fun times when my fiancé ass went down to RMLD, and they don't. I mean, that's like second. To them, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not their primary objective.
Yeah, exactly.
And once the meeting's done, they're like, well, on to the next thing.
Well, and they don't record at Reading Access, record RCTV. The people at RCTV who were back and forth. We actually haven't chatted with them in a bit. I know people who go around and volunteer there, but we haven't talked to them a bit because one of the first shows when I was here that I kind of was like, oh hey, we should switch back and forth was I believe was. Buy local with at that point Jane at that point it was like 2011 Reading North Reading Chamber of Commerce president had a show on RCTV, and they gave us copies of it to run on ours because it's Reading North Reading, and we're hoping to get a show like that's going on now with past guests, the current Reading North Reading Chamber of Commerce president, which I actually have to email her in the next week, I think, because she said, and you heard it here first, guys. Pressure is on. I'm asking all my NorCam weeklyists. I don't know how we could put them. Or
Maniacs.
NorCam maniac. We are actually going directly into the brainwaves of mentally disturbed people in Arkham Asylum. But no, just have to email her. I think she said it on the show or afterward. I know she said it that day. Because pretty much what we try to do here is to trick people into doing their own show or doing something. Or, I say that in jest. I mean, for someone to do their own show. Yeah. And I would love to get Susan to do one. Mary Prenny, I'm always pushing her. She's like, all right. I'm like, I am definitely that pusher to try to get, hey, baby, you just want to do it. Does that feel good to have a show, baby? Come on. Just another hit of a show. But, that's in the RMLD. Well, I guess the whole point of Marfiel's the story, not to bring it back from too many tangential limbs. But yeah, I went down there just to ask, like, hey, we haven't seen one in a while. And then Priscilla Gotwell, who's very nice, very accommodating, was like, oh, all right, yep, well, I think we'll try to find some.
Yeah, I think it was like a couple days later. It was like 3 of them were on my desk. And I was like, all right.
Like, that's better. No, it's weird. It is weird when you have to like go and grab stuff from people. Yeah. But no, they on the whole, they're very nice and very they can be very accommodating. But like we were saying, it's not their priority right there, and it's our job to push people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's annoying to be little pests. And that's funny and weird. Part of me really enjoys that, but also, and then put my hands up and shrug like, I'm just trying to do my job. What do you want me to do? But yeah, there's anything else that on the mind?
Nothing's really coming up in my mind government wise. October town meeting's a long way out. But
yeah, it is. Well, Board of Selectmen is Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
And what other, we have, I think, another meeting the week after. I think
Probably
we have school committee, I think.
Usually.
Oh, I don't think it's on there. I got to put it on there. I just did the makeshift, my horrible penmanship for August calendar. We're in the conference room. We usually do this the episodes. I'm just looking at like the makeshift calendar. We have like a calendar. You just kind of write in.
The dry
erase
board.
Drywall. Jeez. Yeah, the eraser board kind of thing. The eraser board. The David Lynchian calendar. But no, it's actually and Rob's on vacation next week. Is that'll be fun. Good for him. Mm-hmm. He and the wife and the youngin deserve it. And I think I forget when his birthday is. Hold on, Rob. When's your birthday? When's your birthday? Okay.
It's Monday.
So I didn't know. Oh, that's quick.
All right.
So 7. So Rob will be on vacation next week.
So we'd sing happy birthday, but somebody owns the copyrights to that song.
Yeah. Oh, we could. I don't think podcasting does.
We're wishing you a happy birthday.
We're just wishing you a happy birthday.
But we can't sing happy birthday.
Oh, we can sing. We can. On podcast, they're not gonna. Happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday. And then you can do like, oh, to you. And then just, oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday. And then you say happy birthday, to you.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. I think that. Oh, go ahead.
Rhythmic version.
Well, we're incredibly white, so that throws it out there. I ain't got no funk.
I'm raising the roof.
No, he's raising it. Yeah, actually, that's what. He's contractually obligated to raise it as a subcontractor.
That's how it is. Licensed and insured.
You guys get a permit to raise this roof? No, sir.
Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. Forget about heat.
You didn't see any roof go up nowhere.
No,
right?
no ways, no way, no house. But it'll be, if you want to come by, Jason and I will be here. Monday will be a little wacky because I'll be coming in 9 to 5. Jason will be coming a meeting that begins at 7. So there'll be that. We'll probably close a little earlier. But if you want to come in, always feel free to email or call. We're pretty lax about it as long as you give us enough time, pretty much. Like if
we ask you not to just show up, but if you do, it's not the worst thing if we don't have anything going on.
Yeah, no, exactly. And we will make no bones about it. I will be a jerk enough in a most professional way. I'll be a jerk to be like, well, listen, we actually have something we need to do right now. Yeah. If you want to come back a little later, maybe tomorrow, what's good for you? But yeah, no, that's we do have people come by. Some people don't know. They're just like, oh, we just found you here.
What's this?
Yeah, exactly. Almost with an incredulous, what's this? Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to murder your family. But one of my favorite ones, I think we talked about this on one of the earlier podcasts, but because we are in the illustrious 21 Bow Street, Damon Tavern, in center of town, really. Historical landmark, a beautiful place. Both beautiful and creepy, as all Hades, because it like when you're here at night and you just like are playing around with stuff, and especially in the fall, it's like so Stephen King-esque. It's lovely. And across the street from the crazy, or in between, as we were talking to Mary and Daniel Masterson, between the crazy-looking New England horrorful, architecturally sound evil. That is, it's not evil, but it just has that look, that Stephen King building evil look. This house was born evil. Flint Library house and the senior center over there. So we're in sandwiched between that and a funeral home. So it's
everything
creepy.
Is like farther away, like a good distance. Like it feels like you're almost secluded on like an island sometimes. Like the way
that's true.
The landscaping is like.
That's a good point. Like it feels like you're island hopping.
Like nobody can hear you scream. Like this is.
Well, I didn't want to bring it there. All right. Oh my lord. It does have like if someone were to leave you upstairs, they wouldn't find you for a week. And the basement's creepy, but it's great. But we have the North Reading communal band. I believe practices downstairs every Thursday night. But it actually comes here after.
Why we aren't open Thursday nights
past like 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Just because you can't shoot anything in the studio if people downstairs.
No, it's true. And that's kind of
that's the reasoning. I always took it too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of it, and because I've never, because I think it's also a good thing to do a 9 to 5 on a Thursday and Friday, because for us as people, we want to on a Friday night you want to go home.
Sure.
I do enjoy Monday through Wednesday sometimes, and when I do, because I'm gonna come in on Monday like this, do the 9 to 5. It's refreshing and weird because usually Jason and I are here noon to 8 Monday through Wednesday.
Home at like 5 o'clock, 5:30 on a Monday.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I can watch some.
Yeah,
some
I can go out to see a movie.
Late night TV.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird. Yeah. It is just weird. Like I can make myself dinner before 10. But it throws your schedule. It's weird. But we talked about this actually this week, just how on a Wednesday, and this is just more inside baseball. You probably tuned out by this point. Yeah. But just on a Wednesday, like after a Wednesday or just on the cusp of the Wednesday, the week feels over because we switch like our schedule from the 12-day to the 9 to 5. And Thursdays kind of tend to feel like a Friday sometimes.
Usually it's weird enough, like you get past that Monday of like a long meeting and it's like it feels like the week's almost over. Like,
no, it does, because like the meeting also for us, the meeting takes up a lot of our time as far as like covering it, setting up for it, and then post-production on it, and then like putting it up, because the new school with the new system we use to cover the school, as I pick my ear talking about this, the compression for the video, and video compression is just pretty much how when a video is recorded, how it's kind of dealt with, how like all the ones and zeros are compiled to reference all the light values and the color values, or we can call it as chroma and luminance. So here, we don't do that. We don't do that tech talky thing, but I don't think people really. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jason shaking his head like no one cares. Yeah. Well, not that they don't care. No one is. Yes, all three of you. 2 of you are asleep, and 1 who's strapped to a chair, forced to, torturously listening. But that's that new workflow for the school, which we love. It's actually pretty great. The video is actually a lot. The actual size of the video and the quality is a lot bigger, so it's a lot more. It's more to tackle, and it takes a little longer to actually turn around.
Compress.
But,
export from it. Render and all these terms.
Yep.
Like we said, we weren't going to go
exactly.
there, but we just did.
And just to upload to YouTube, and just which we've talked about numerous times, but I love talking about it. I think our dynamic with the town has changed in a good way, where people are like, oh, I just want like, oh, can I get a copy of this? Mm-hmm. Like people still want copies of like graduation or other things, which is fine.
Totally understand.
Yeah. You will when you're. I think we were talking, and I think you're. I'm with you to degrees, but you're more in the camp of I like to have that physical item.
Yeah, it's not, at least a copy. Like for me personally, I have all my home videos and stuff like that on a YouTube page. They're all private and stuff like that. But in a closet or in my parents' basement, there's a box full of like family memories and home videos and plays and stuff like that. Anything. And just to have it, it's like it's
No, I agree with it, and I think that's different from like commercial stuff. But I'm definitely But even if you have like something, there's like a special Blu-ray or DVD that's kind of cool. I do dig that.
But you can always go and get another copy of whatever movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes the only copy you have of whatever home videos is it.
Yeah, unless you're like me, just dubbed it all, and give it to everybody.
See my 9th birthday.
You're like, oh wow, there's a special edition of Phil's 9th birthday.
Special commentary.
It's commentary track with Werner Herzog and the cop that busted his family after the fire got out of control. But getting that stuff out there and like getting it on YouTube, like having it on YouTube and having a physical copy, we give you that option. But I get my earlier point about changing for the better, having it on YouTube, and just someone asking about a program, we're like, oh, well, there's a meeting. You can catch it online. And everyone's like, oh, yeah. And YouTube ostensibly has been around for a decade. Yeah. But, I mean, it's really been, people are now seeing it as, no, I mean, they have, but it's now part of our life that's more.
It's the go-to video service when I say, hey, we'll watch a video online. What do you think?
Yeah.
You immediately go to YouTube.
Exactly. And there are literally hundreds of streaming services and video hosting sites. I mean, maybe even thousands. But, that's kind of crazy. But there are plenty of options. But it's good to tell someone, and they're like, oh, really? Yeah, it's all up there. Yeah. Like, you can watch whatever. And, for the past, since we hosted stuff, and even before we started putting up the meetings we were covering right then, like from generations of NorCam past, we're able to put some stuff up, and proud of that. I think there's a good deal to be proud of with that, and the immediacy of people being able to see it.
And you're not limited. Like the nice thing about like something like a graduation, it's like, hey, your mom can take it and put it on a Facebook or email it to an aunt or something. Hey, look at my son graduating, as opposed to like, well, that's just maybe they saw a picture or something later on. So, in the immediacy of turnaround, that you can like show off to family. So,
no, we actually had someone who called us. I think you knew, like as soon as graduation was done, she called us. Like I think a week or two after it was filmed, and we this summer, I think in June, I forget when it was finished, June or July, but and a great job by Rob and Jason for shooting and cutting it together. But there was one who was like, oh, can you just exactly what you mentioned, like, could you give me a link because we have people in middle of the country, grandparents who want to see it. And I'm like, yeah, you can we'll let you know. And people have been really cool and responded well about it. But all the more to kind of pitch more NorCam stuff and to wrangle it back in. But even if you want to do a show, like any show we do here, we just shot Inside NRPS with Superintendent John Bernard. And this is actually this is the beginning of his second season on it. We've only had 11 episodes altogether, and I think he's been on 3 or 4 of them. This might have been his 4th or 5th. Kathleen Willis was the superintendent who was on it before, and it was her. It was her and myself had the brainchild, and Patrick Daly was in on it too, to do a show, and she did a great job. She was a great superintendent, and John Bernard as well. Actually, we should have him on at one point. Actually, I'm stupidly thinking about that right now because we didn't have a guest this week. But I think this is a good conversation. We need to get out there. Yeah. The personality of Jason and Phil. If you actually meet us, we're actually deadbeats.
Talking about it now, and we're farther enough out that we can talk about it. I would love to do this out at Applefest. I think that'd be fun to just bring people over. So if people are interested, we'd love to just chit chat.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, we've. I know Sock Talk, a podcast who I know nothing about, has had great success with hosting people and going to events and doing stuff like that. And there's a great camaraderie because when we bring our cameras there to Applefest or anywhere else really, even graduation, people who seem to flock and always ask questions. So why not have a chair open for someone who wants to talk about it and isn't afraid to be on be on podcasts? Yeah, and we're open, as we said earlier. One of our fans, Chris. From Facebook, not a former employee, but I forget the gentleman's last name. It begins with an F, I believe. I can't remember. I remember Chris. Fusiani, I think. No, Fusilo. I don't know. I'm sorry, Chris. I apologize. I'm trying to picture the icon in your and the characters of your name. I believe it's with an F. I apologize for butchering. But yeah, just he wants to do a show, and anyone else who wants to go for it. Oh, and the people at Danielle and the rest of the library want to do stuff, and actually
that's the next mission, is to get somebody else on the Norcast
on the network.
So
and anyone really can be on it, and that's part of why we're here. Get people on, and get the police on. A bunch of it should be called no comment, and just like just ask them a list of questions and then no comment.
Open cases that they can't talk about.
Actually, that would be great. Just like an anti-serial, like we're just like they're tight-lipped about anything we ask.
Talk about that. No comment.
Yeah, we actually have speaking of which, we actually have Sergeant Howe and Deputy Chief Galvin from the fire department, and Sergeant Howe from the police department were part of a program that was filmed in April, May, or July, or June. I think it actually ended up being filmed in June with Gloria Mastro about preparedness. And I've been working on that. I actually been slightly lackadaisical the last week, but I've been writing down all the graphics that need to be done for it, and I just need to hammer those out. But it's a great video on what you do in case of emergency. If you're anyone really, I mean, it's for people, for elders, but it could be applied to anybody. And it's actually a very good program, very informative, and a little sexy. I don't want to paint too much of a crazy picture, but you'll like it. It's not your grandma's preparedness video. It's always a silly thing to say. But, that's Inside NRPS. Happened and shot yesterday. Expect that to be next week. Those are relatively easy to put together because we have pretty much the formula, not to be too not debasing. Jeez, I'm not really again. But I mean, I sometimes when you say formulaic, I mean, what do you think in your head? Do you kind of feel that's kind of derisive?
Yeah, just kind of a pattern where you're just kind of falling into.
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing. It's what it is in a great way. I mean, he had was it Tony Terrizzi, I think is his name, Tony Terrizzi from Citizens Bank, but he is the president either the current or former president for the last 9 years. He's been involved with the organization of Dollars for Scholars for 23.
Oh, okay.
So it's great having them on, and they're good buddies from what I understand. And John has been on as a principal. He was on the Dollars for Scholars, I think, committee for a while. So yeah, it was nice to hear about that. And I'm always a big fan of having these people on who, give a little something back. I'm actually part of a committee that embezzles funds from various, giving away various charities. But that's just what I do. It's my charm. Which we have to. Oh, we should have someone from the Patch or Transcript on. What do you think?
Cool. Yeah, definitely.
I'm loving your idea for Applefest.
Yeah.
Having that thing be good.
We're out there anyways, mingling with people. Might as well pop a microphone in front of some people and
I think that's perfect. Yeah.
Get a taste of what's going on out there.
Get a taste of that Applefest. And if anyone wants to be a part or a guest or a part of this or a part of that or wants to set up their own podcast, their own show, we'll put your show on YouTube. And that was kind of what I was getting to earlier. Inside NRPS is one of the shows that's on there. Also is Senior Focus and a whole bunch of others. So please let us know. We're here to help you out. We're not here to do it for you. We're here to put you in that direction. And hopefully Michael Gilberto, the town administrator, we're looking to get him involved in a show, whether it be like once every couple months or just a couple times a year. We'll see. I mean, we want to get everyone in on this, and I think it'll be fun. I mean, it doesn't always have to be dry. I kind of want to start to host a show that just is simply called "What Do You Do," and what do you do?
They go through a long explanation.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much how I'll roll. That's very interesting and all, but I still don't understand what you do.
What exactly do you do?
Who do you think you are? That would be another show I did. But yeah, Jason, anything else you'd like to... actually, sorry. Oh, yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I don't have anything.
Besides the program, you mentioned anything else? Or any show you'd like to see people... Because I guess the Michael Gilberto Town Administrative show would be up your alley,
I definitely want to focus on getting that on there. I think in terms of shows, I might be losing school committee soon, probably.
Oh, to Education Channel. Oh, that's true. Well, that's something we didn't...
Yeah.
Rob is programming the Educational Channel. There's a lot of great stuff on it. And I think it's on Channel 8 on Verizon and I think 99 on Comcast. But you can check on norcam.org for all our channel needs. But I believe that's how it is. I think I have them down now, but I never have the confidence to spout out the channel numbers. But and anything, any other show you would like to get out there, or even just like, hey, this might be kind of fun.
I forget the name. I think I mentioned it before that I'm looking. It's like a weekly news show that I found on Peg Media that I don't want to get out there, but I think it's like a government news program.
Oh, I think you were telling me about that. Yeah,
I forget the name of it offhand, but I'm gonna start playing that soon.
No, that'd be great. I mean, anything we can get in there and not feel like we're just rehashing the same stuff. And this week I'm on the second, or in the binary schedule that I do. Like once every 2 weeks, there's something. There are two different group of shows that switch out for every 2 weeks. So 1 week there are these amount of shows that get switched out. Second week, a whole bunch more. So this is a heavier week, and I do go through a bunch of shows that pretty much are like 30 to 40 episodes deep. So you do, over the year you go over. Maybe you have a couple of relapse, but overall, I mean, it throws around. And maybe some more Boston Derby games next week, more track and field next week, and other stuff. And we're looking to get the Low Spinners games. Yep. Jason actually is wearing a hat, and he also has a ring.
Yeah, I got a ring in commemoration of my 2008 internship there.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, because that was the first year they won the division.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I got to be in this locker room celebration, and there may have not have been some alcoholic celebration.
It's all good. He had a camera. He had to operate a camera.
Yeah.
But that's all great, and we're looking forward to anything you guys bring to us. We're having camp for kids, not this coming Monday, but probably next Monday or Tuesday, for a couple of days, and it's going to be pretty rudimentary. Look for more details for that on next week's show and during the week when we post it. But and you can reach Jason at
norcamjason@gmail.com.
And you can also give us a call at 978. 664-0501. You can also reach me at my convoluted email, phil.healy.norcam@gmail.com. That's phil.healy.norcam norcamjason@gmail.com. And you can find more about that on norcam.org.
You can also Facebook message us, and we'll do our best to return your Facebook messages.
We do actually respond pretty decently, but sometimes it gets confusing.
Yeah.
And check out our YouTube channel. Just type in Norcam. We're under the name of the channel is the Norcam One.
But if you YouTube search Norcam, Norcam YouTube, you'll find us. Or YouTube,
right there. We're easy to find. So check us out, and this episode will be on there and our normal podcast. So keep listening, and if you have anything you want to do, we're happy to show you how to do it and help you out a bit. Not do it for you. I'm going to say it again. Echo that. All right, guys, take it easy.